Okay, let's look at another possible structure for your independent TOEFL essay. I'm going to call this structure B. It will have the same basic format as any other TOEFL essay. You'll have an intro, a body, and a conclusion. This is the 5-paragraph essay. And of course, the body paragraph is where we have the different choices. In your first body paragraph, you'll state a reason and explain it. Then you'll give some examples or details. This is the same as structure A. The difference in structure B is in the second body paragraph. But in body paragraph 1, make sure that you pick your stronger reason. You should have, from your planning time, 2 reasons. Pick the better one. Why? Because you might only use one reason. This is why structure B is helpful. You can move on to body paragraph 2 with just one reason. How will you do that? You're going to use the opposite of the first reason. Let's say, for example, that I'm writing an essay about the choice between cats or dogs. Now, that's not a very TOEFL-like choice, not a TOEFL essay. But just for the example, let's imagine. And I say that I prefer cats because cats are easy. You only need to feed them. They require no other attention. For my second paragraph, I'll change that from cats to dogs and easy to difficult. And I will give an example of how dogs are difficult. If I have an example of this in my first body paragraph and an example of this in my second body paragraph, then I can fill a lot of space with really just one reason. I can use a few different concrete details and examples and real-world situations with only one general idea, one abstract reason. If you use this structure, structure B, make sure that you transition between body paragraph 1 and 2. This is a great time to use contrast transitions. For example, in contrast, or on the other hand, or meanwhile. Of course, there are more of these, but choose a transition to move from that first reason into its opposite, which is a contrast. Once you give the first reason, you'll of course need the same structure that you use in any other body paragraph. You'll give a concrete detail or example, and then you'll return to the main point, the big picture. You could write a third body paragraph as well. If you do, then you're going to need another reason. You'll use the same structure as paragraph 1. Give that reason, explain it, give an example or detail, and return to the main point. In this case, you don't need to show the opposite. You probably won't have enough time to give 2 reasons and their opposites. It's possible. You could write 4 paragraphs. But it's definitely not needed. In fact, body paragraph 3, again, is completely optional. Maybe you only have 2 paragraphs. You'll try this if you're finishing your practice essays early. If you have trouble with the clock, then forget about this. But if you finish early, then give it a try. That's all for this structure and this video. Thank you for listening.